As you can see, we have some pretty competitive tiers here. It looked like there was only one male character on this list, which is unfortunate. Okay, so Haurchefant. I was kind of surprised that he was the one dude on this list. Haurchefant's a good boy, but like as far as making the waifu tier list, I feel like that's a bit much for what we've seen of him thus far. Don't get upset or anything. He seems like a solid B. This person, easy. I don't know who they are. Okay, Y'shtola. So, she's just S tier, right? That's like the easiest S tier and kind of the gold standard for S tier if you think about it. And she seems also like the definition of A tier. And if you want to remind me who she is, please do. But other than that, I don't remember. Alice, she wasn't really in ARR, and it's tough, but I really feel like she goes in C tier. Yeah, Alice would be a great roommate. I'm definitely looking forward to what we get with her character in the future, although I am kind of curious how she's going to come into the story. We're off in Ishgard. Alfino has changed, so Alice, she'd be the reasonable crush. Not like the bad crushes that you get, where it's like they're actually a terrible person or whatever. She's sensible, she's reasonable, she'd be a great friend. Can't say too much more than that because I don't actually know her that well. But yeah, to go back through some of the other characters to actually go through in depth. Y'shtola, to go a bit more in depth as for why she is the gold standard for S. Get along well with her. It'd be a good, solid relationship, but she'd keep you on your toes, you know? It would absolutely be the kind of thing where she would like both flirt with you, but then also like prank you. You just know that Y'shtola is absolutely kinky. Maybe she deserves to be higher than A tier. Well, no. She's A tier right now because I get the feeling she is definitely going to go up in tiers. But right now she is only A tier. I say only because she's going to be a lot higher. But the fact that she's A tier with as little screen time as we've gotten from her so far is pretty impressive. You can tell she's definitely a top. I'm not entirely sure whether you were talking about Y'shtola or Lucia, but yes, both of them. Absolutely. Actually, no, Lucia I could see being a bottom. Imeric is a bottom for everyone except Lucia. Yeah, I mean, obviously. I don't know what it is. I like the small and adorable characters. Tatru would be an awesome assets manager. She would be the type of person where it's like if you needed to plan a vacation, she would absolutely be like, I have it all figured out. I know exactly how much it's going to cost. Tatru is easily my favorite character from the Scions in ARR. Is she my favorite character from ARR in general? I don't know. And she wouldn't hesitate to hide a body for you. Exactly. I just realized how this works. Y'shtola is fuck. Tatru is marry. And Minfilia is kill. Tatru is wholesome and wonderful and deserves the world. If you brought her home to the family, she would win over everyone. Prepare for your parents to be impressed. If they end up killing Tatru at any point, the rage within me will burn hotter than 10,000 dying suns. There is that part of me that then gets worried when I think about that because this game does know how to hit you where it'll hurt. But I feel like even the game knows. But here's the question. Not who would hide a body for you. Who would you hide a body for? Yeah, I'd hide a body for Y'shtola. Lucia? No. Haurchefant? No. Alice? No. Tatru? 100%. Kan-e-senna. Oh, this kind of feels a bit mean, but she is pretty awful. Does she manage to claw her way up to garbage? Yeah, no, she's Ilbert's ass hair. Whatever the fuck her name was, Livia or something. I mean, she's made for garbage tier. That's not terrible, considering some of the other characters on this list. Merylwyd Blefiswyn. She's minimum high B tier, but at the same time, Pirate Mama. Yeah, exactly. So there's that part of me that's like low S, but I feel like that'd be a bit too generous. Well, okay, looking at these other characters, do we put her above Lucia? I feel happy with that. Miyun. I think she's a solid C. You know, we don't get too much like connection with her. It's one of those things where it's tough because since she's like a side NPC, like compared to all of the other characters here, she really isn't able to be given much focus. Munbrida, she is the reason why Merylwyd didn't get S tier because she's S tier. She is the definition of like FF14 showcasing that they're gonna make some awesome characters. She is that. She has a ton of personality. She has an awesome character design. She already has a close connection with one of the Scions, so there's actual emotion that's being felt. And then, hey, they end up having her get killed, but she also goes out like a badass with a sacrifice. Nanamo. No, if Lucia's in A tier, Nanamo deserves to be right there. Nanamo deserved a kinder fate. She absolutely did. She was there for the amount of time that she needed to be. Would have been great if she was there longer. But in classic FF14 fashion, just at that point where you're like, ooh, I'm starting to really like this character, they get taken away. Ida. We gotta fill out all the different tiers. I despised her for so long. And then there were those little moments in this playthrough where I was like, okay, she has her moments. But even for the most part of this playthrough, I absolutely hated her. The only thing about her that makes her not completely terrible is that she does have a personality. It's a cliched personality, but it is a personality. I can't put her in the absolute abyss. Ice Queen Lady. This is entirely a personal thing. Nanamo gets here because she actually has some great moments in the story and there's a lot of emotion behind it and things like that. So our favorite ninja, Yuguri's great. I like her introduction. It's relevant to the main plot. Her personality is fun. She has desires and struggles and things like that. She's mysterious. There's a reason that I put her tier in between A and S, because she doesn't quite make it into S tier. We haven't gotten enough time with her. I would say she's another one of those examples. Like, she was introduced a lot earlier. I would say she is also that example of where you can start to tell FF14 is getting a quality upgrade. She's only going to get better, I have a feeling. But yeah, okay, where's Thancred go here? A large portion of me wanting to do this tier list was entirely to talk about the top, these these two characters, and whatever this is. If you've seen Jim Carrey's The Grinch, it's like hate, 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 double hate, loathe entirely. Now, granted, okay, it's not as astonishing when you think about the fact that it was an 18-month turnaround to entirely remake the game. It still astonishes me that she exists. Maybe I have a shot as a writer after all, because this shit made its way into the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. Connie Senna is one that I don't really care about. I find her annoying, uninspired, a little grating, but I don't despise her. Well, no, I do, but it's not vitriolic. There is a special kind of hatred that I have for Minfilia. She's supposed to be the sideline character that helps you emotionally connect to the story because she'll tell you what to feel. But yeah, she just ended up being the exposition machine. She was wooden, she had wooden delivery. She was specifically supposed to be the opposite. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. If she's the leader, that says that basically all of the other Scions see her as being a worthy leader. But, you know, we didn't see any of the Scions die, other than Moonbrita, right? So some of them could come back. But that possibility also means that it's possible that Minfilia could not be dead. That would legitimately break my heart if she wasn't dead. 16 characters and a Minfilia. All right.